When you're growing up, Tuesday, that's not a great day. Tuesday is not in your day rankings. Tuesday is down there near the bottom because your whole life revolved around getting toward the weekend. Even when you're in college, Tuesday, what is it, the fifth best night of the week? But when you are a gargoyle who turns to stone and you're betting from 9 to 5 and 5 to 9, Tuesday here in the NHL can be quite the exciting day for you because you know you have a plethora of games to choose from. And on this particular Tuesday slate, I'm seeing quite a few teams who played last night, and I think that's going to provide us some opportunities for some solid sniffs here on a Tuesday. Now, you may be thinking, okay, let's bet against a team who played last night. Who's a prime example? Who's a team who played last night, and now they're playing against a team who's way better than them, and now we can just bet against that awful team? Well, how about let's start with the team who I mentioned yesterday, the New York Islanders. The Islanders have to play on the second half of a back-to-back. They're probably not going to play Sorokin. I guess they could, but he's started so many games recently, and their backup is injured, Varlamov, and their double backup, Hogberg, is injured. So they're going to be down to their fourth-string goalie against the Winnipeg Jets, who are nicely rested coming into this game. But if you're new to NHL betting, what do I always tell you? Every money line is a donkey line.
Don't be a donkey.
Did you watch some of the games last night? Did you happen to see the San Jose Sharks beat the Toronto Maple Leafs? Did you happen to see the Chicago Blackhawks? These are bottom three teams beating guaranteed playoff teams. As I always tell you, it's not even difficult. That Chicago game is exactly what I'm talking about. Chicago has now beaten the Avalanche at home, the Kings at home, along with a couple other teams. It's so easy for underdogs to win in the NHL. And now this is naturally where you're going to say, all right, well, then let's take them. You didn't let me finish. Not enough to win consistently, though. But go ahead. You saw those underdogs last night? Go ahead. You see those San Jose Sharks? They're right on the docket once again. They're playing Buffalo, an extremely beatable team. Go ahead. Bet the Sharks. The juice ain't worth the squeeze, and that sniff ain't worth the click. Conversely, these Winnipeg Jets, who we're actually getting a pretty good price on, minus 155 against these Islanders who are playing second half of back-to-back, and they may be holding out potential trade candidates. They may be holding out someone like Brock Nelson. So we're getting a quadruple backup, an Islanders team who already doesn't have Barzal. They healthy scratched Duclair last night, but minus 155 is not a fantastic price. So what I want to do here, we can do one of two things. Number one, I can take those Winnipeg Jets, and then I'm going to take one of their best players, Mark Scheifele, top line, top power play for a point. Now I can take the Jets at even money. If I bet money lines, which I don't, that's what I would do. So I'm looking at those team totals. How about we go under 2.5 on those New York Islanders for those aforementioned reasons? We don't know who's going to be in the lineup. Are they going to scratch Duclair again? They just got shut out in this game. They don't have a ton of offense. They have a brutal power play, and they're just not a great offensive team. Yes, they are at home, but I'm going to like them to stay under 2.5 goals against the Winnipeg Jets. Now I want to look at another team that played last night, the Tampa Bay Lightning, in what was a playoff style, somewhat of a clenched ass cheeks game, 2-1 in the third period. That's exactly what I was expecting between those two teams, and that's exactly what we got. And don't be surprised if you see more games like that when you have two teams with playoff positioning on the line getting in some of those clenched ass cheek games. So they played that game against their rival, the Florida Panthers. Now, on the very next night, they're going to be playing this red-hot Columbus Blue Jackets team. And yes, while I think if you have to be a donkey line guy and you're looking for a strategic, a calculated...
Don't be a donkey.
Okay, I want to take a plus money line, but I don't want it to just be rain. I don't want to be clicking on the Sharks because they're the Sharks. Well, you have a red-hot team coming off that outdoor game win against a Lightning team who played an exhausting game last night. and they're not going to have Vasilevsky. I mean, Vasilevsky plays like every single night. He may play back-to-backs knowing him. But if we're getting no Vasilevsky, they could have a chance of winning this game. But why would I do that when all I have to do is take Dmitry Voronkov, even money for a point, facing the backup of the Tampa Bay Lightning? They can lose this game 5-2. He can easily have a point, and we're good to go there. Maybe they will lose this game 5-2. All I know is I've been telling you in an excited fashion, anytime I see Point and Guentzel at plus money, I'm going to take them. I told you that about Caulfield, Suzuki. What is that, 4 straight games they hit? Point and Guentzel, they hit last night. I mean, there are a few times I would say I'm scared to take them. Last night would have been one of those, but they were plus 115, and they even cashed in a game where the Tampa Bay Lightning were held to 1 goal. A home game against Columbus, they should be able to score some goals because Columbus has been winning some games, but they give up chances. They concede goals. Think about that win against the Stars. What did they give up? 4? Or did they give up 3 against Detroit in this last game, the outdoor game? So they're capable of giving up goals, and we are getting a plus money for Point and Guentzel against Columbus in a home game. Yeah, I'm going to be all over that one. I think that's the game I'm going to go shopping for my Pirate Parlay. Why don't we do some of that right there? Give me those Braden Point, 2 points, and one of the best players in the NHL this year, Cyril Marchenko, 2+ points. That's going to give you well over plus 1,000.
And the parlay.
You got to try to sniff out the ruckus. And then there's another team that I like to win, but once again, the price is not right. You think I want to be paying these prices when I can just go open the book, kind of like this Substance, just open up that back. I don't know if you saw the Conan O'Brien opening to the Academy Awards, but just like that. I don't need that minus 170 money line. Let me see what we got in there. We're going to find some player props, but the New Jersey Devils, I'm going to be shocked if Jack Hughes plays after that hit that he took in overtime. So you could be having a Jack Hughes-less New Jersey Devils team against a team who's been the best in the NHL over like the last 2 months, the Dallas Stars. I mean, they are absolutely peaking right now. And when I really like to get it behind a team is when that power play is operating at a high efficiency, because power play chemistry rolls over from game to game. And if you can rely on that power play to cash in on some opportunities, then I think a team has a really good chance to put up some goals, which is why I like a Tues Harley point. If that power play is operating as efficiently as it has been, then yeah, give me that Tues Harley point against the New Jersey Devils. And then lastly, the team that keeps feeding families are the Pittsburgh Penguins, who just are giving up 5 goals, 6 goals, 5 goals, 6 goals. Yeah, maybe they'll get to overtime and score 5 themselves. But whether it's the Flyers in back-to-back games, Toronto, no defense, no goaltending, we love to see it, especially when a team like that is going to Colorado, where Colorado... This is the time I like to take Colorado, not just to win the game, but when they've been at home, practicing at home, resting at home, not traveling, and then a team with some older players like the Penguins comes in trying to breathe in some of that mile-high air. They're probably going to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger outdoors on Mars in Total Recall. That's going to be Malkin trying to breathe out there in the third period. This sets up well for all sorts of player props on the Colorado Avalanche. Let's go with 2 combos, 1 classic 9-5 combo, top line, top power play, Lehkonen, Necas. That's even money, plus 100. But then, give me that line 2, power play 2. Give me Valeri Nichushkin and Casey Middlestat, both for a point. That's coming in at like plus 250, plus 275. If you want to rely on Pittsburgh to put up some points, then we have opportunities here. Then you can try Raquel for 2 points and Necas for 2 points, Crosby for 2 points, and Lehkonen for 2 points, and crank out some pirate parlays that way. Anyway, that's what I have for you here. Stacked Tuesday. Hope it goes well for us. We will see. Regardless, you guys do me a favor. Do the things that make these videos be seen more.
Don't be a donkey.
Like, comment, subscribe. Very much appreciated. If you want, You can join the Patreon where we kept the positive momentum on the spreadsheets. Hey, look, it was only +2, but that just keeps the positive momentum going. We're already +23 for the month of March after that big Sunday. So if you guys want those line combos, they're over on the Patreon. It's patreon.com/Andy Francess. And those of you who joined yesterday, you can let them know, no, he's not lying. It was a +2, and then I saw the +20. So that's over there on the Patreon. Hope to see you there. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for another round of NHL Sniffs.
Shove that stick right up your ass.